Welcome back to some professional StarCraft, to a best of 3 Terran versus Protoss battle. Two of the scrappiest players out there. A nice way of saying they get into messy situations that they don't always get out of. But I give you the people's Terran. It is Cure up against the #1 American player right now, the Protoss, the Battle Mage, Astrea. Up and coming. Still not quite at that most tippy top of tiers, but making his way there consistently over the last couple years, including participating in GSL, qualifying for and then participating. Though not particularly much oh my god, Astrea with the rapid fire A-clicks. First Reaper comes in from Cure. And as is common with Cure against everyone but your big three, at least the big three who regularly participate in tournaments, Hero, Dark, Beyond, I think Cure has a slight edge. Pretty much against every non-Korean player besides Raynor and Cyril. I think Cure has a slight edge. Even though that edge is maybe a little blunt, a little more dull, he makes up for it with pure macro strength. And wields that like a sledgehammer to slam his opponents, who really can't always get out of the way. But if you like that macro style, well then, you should probably like this video before you forget, or fall asleep, or click off. Because now we're getting into the action. And subscribe. Reaper Hellion into the natural, gets tickled. Unfortunately not an actual Phoenix there. He gets two probe kills. And I think the Sentry will clearly give away that, indeed, it's not Stargate. Also, you know, seeing the Twilight Council is part of that. Meanwhile, Astrea, we've been seeing this. So the Sentry builds a little faster before Warpgate now. And also moves a little quicker. That's not really particularly relevant, but that means it builds energy faster, and hallucination scouting is a bit more viable beforehand. Cure, who won a GSL championship off the back of early Widowmine plays against our beloved Zest, is now trying a double-prong sneak attack. But the Marines are heading towards the main. Did the Sentry see the mines? I think it saw the mines, but obviously a Sentry not going to be able to deal with them too quick. Wow, what a bait and switch this is. Unfortunately, well, unfortunately, there's a reason we usually put the mines in the medevac. And the reason is because otherwise they don't really do anything. Well, all the Marines are dead. So he killed 4 probes, but he lost 2 mines and all the Marines. Oh, do we have a request? Hey, actual feed. No, that's actual feedback. We're doing it live. Okay, I cast live. It has that extra aura, even if the games aren't necessarily. Does Jimmy pull the cards off the screen too fast? Can you not read them? Do you know how to read? That's why we have the thumbs up instead of it just saying like. So, this is the real commentary, though. How long is long enough? And how long is too long? That's what the people want to... Inquiring minds. Well, here comes Cure with the... Okay, well... Not the ideal usage of a Raven. I believe he killed 1 pro. Yeah, that is a fun fact as well. It takes a little too much explaining. Astrea's name is Max Angel. That's his real name. You can find out so his nickname, the Guardian Angel, but you could probably just go by you could have just made your ID Max Angel, and people wouldn't really question it. They'd be like, why are you so edgy, bro? It's like, blame my parents. It does seem a little pretentious, though, overall. I'm not sure what Astrea references, but not gonna top that, I don't think. I do like Guardian Angel as a nickname, but it does take a bit much to explain. Okay, the game. StarCraft, the game. Here, building some supply depot chew toys here in case the charge lots decide to come in. I have, we've been a little distracted, but... Okay, it's always painful to watch slow warpins, even if there's a reason for it. Any minute now! Here, moving out with 4 medevacs, the quad medevac play. Astrea kind of softly containing. More an idea of a contain than a containment itself. It's like, oh no, wait a second. No, look at the minimap. That's the real action here. Astrea's gonna cut off the ball. What the hell? What is going? The boys are going. They're. I don't know what's happening. The boys just went across the map while the army fought the charge lots, which were closer to Cure's base, and now the boys are just the People's Terran versus the People's Protoss here. Is Astrea the People's Protoss? We don't really have one, but right now, these are the kind of moves that really make a legend. In one way or another. Well, here's Cure. There's no splash damage from Astrea, which I think is what Cure was thinking with the boys pulled here. That's so many charge lots everywhere! 360-degree surround, but the bio ball is tucked in behind the Marauder. 27 SCVs die alongside this. More Whittle Mines will burrow. The bio is still intact with enough to reach a critical mass, but Astrea just finished +2 weapons. He's working on +2 armor. Has he held strongly enough? The third base may go down. A few Whittle Mines on the back line. He doesn't have an armory, so they will be cleaned up after, but they soften up so many of the Zealots. Meanwhile, more charge lots from the north. A very cinematic game. The medevacs are nearly out of energy, but just Stalkers left over. Can be hunted down. The probes on the run. Not nearly as strong in the fight as those SCVs. And it looks like Cure may have just enough in order to carry this through. Astrea tried the mass charge lot flank, but Cure outmaneuvered him by just pulling all his SCVs. Astrea was not ready for that level of commitment. But Cure, on the other hand, I believe is married, so... I'm actually have no idea. He just seems like the type. Alright. We dated for 4 years in college and decided this was the best we could do. Like, wow, I'm calling too many peoples out. Cure, the People's Terran. Meanwhile, the game isn't over, so that's the most exciting part of this. He belongs... Oh, gets the Whittle Mine. 2-2. A 3 upgrade advantage, which means even those... I will say, I have not seen force fields. Maybe that one. I have not seen about 80% of force fields, like, in the last 2 years against Terran. Seemed like they were a good idea right up until you actually cast them. And then suddenly your charge lots are locked out. So many times those force fields backfire. Cure's building tanks now? Was that a misclick? The Whittle Mines have been doing great for him, but... Where did he get tanks from? Now he's building mines off a reactor. I think he switched it out with the barracks there. Tanks can definitely put a timer on things. Astrea cleaned up a mine. Looks like it got its hit off, though, beforehand. Cure's at 22 SCVs, but Mules draw things close to even, especially considering the fact Astrea's going to mine out of his main momentarily. Couple Whittle Mines back at home. Astrea playing with Zealotlings. From now on, these are Zealotlings. Zealotling strategies have been a staple of Protoss versus Terran for quite a bit now. And really the only efficient way to deal with a Terran who's on low economy but just has a high unit count. So the Zealotlings cut off a few reinforcements, but eventually Cure musters enough to handle it. The Bio Army is taking the scenic route. There's still the pylon over here that warped in earlier. The Zealotlings heading towards the natural, but slice through another, and we're going into a semi-base trade here. But he's gonna hold the ramp! Force fields! Finally! And with no charge lots to get stuck behind them. Unfortunately, any amount of Terran units are breaking through, and this was but a temporary solution. 2-2 is done. I gotta keep repeating that, because that upgrade disadvantage is massive. It's just the sheer amount of Terran here. As Cure is down to as many workers as he started with. The Bio Army gunning through. There's a recall, I think, of as many... Okay, let's stop with the fight. You know what? At some point, I think you should just be able to disable the force field key. I think that might be a buff. Like, only Guardian Shield. That's it. I'll have to see. Astrea's still trying to pull things together. He lost his third again. So while Cure is barely mining, Astrea has very little to mine from. Oh my god, those tanks. You know what? Those tanks are really jammed in there. That's going to be a real pain to deal with. Some of the probes are stuck on the... Okay, what are we going? Are we going? On the probes! Here come the charge lots. The force fields. Astrea, just stop with the force. We gotta stop. It's gotta... The people's Protoss. Alright, Whittle Mines. Finding some damage. Here comes Astrea from an awkward angle. Well, nope. Stop with the force fields. No, you just saved his army. Oh, I broke the perspective. Just like this fight broke my brain. I'm pretty convinced at this point, if Astrea just didn't cast any force field, he may have won the game by now. But instead, here comes Cure, still with a bio ball rolling through. As the charge lots were not able to participate in the fight because of the damn force fields. The medevacs are nearly out of energy. And Astrea's on one base against me. How is this It's a disaster. Cure is having the... This is such a Terran game right now. He's had nowhere. He's at 12 SCVs. He's at 12 SCVs. How has this happened? The door. He doesn't close the door. There goes the orbital. You're not locked in here. Well, nobody's locked in because the door's open. There go the rest of the SCVs. Is Astrea... Now. Okay. Now is the time. Now is the time! He's done it. Finally. Kind of. We finally found the correct use case for force field. I remember when trying to stim up a ramp and hoping they didn't force field was a real strat. Back in Wings of Liberty. Or they just miss it. Ah, yes, simpler times. That was a professional gamer strat. Oh my god, Whittle Mines. Jeez. I think Cure accidentally selected his command center with his other buildings, and now the command centers just flew off into the sunset. I don't... Where are you going? Cure doesn't even know where he's going. Oh... Well, Cure's coming back. Nobody really is mining. It's a disaster piece. Did somebody get... He's recalling 3 zealots, which is 3/4 of his zealots, so well worth a recall. Mules, unfortunately, exist, so even though Cure is at... Zero SCVs. Force field. Well. Hey! What am I watching? I really want to commentate, but I keep getting distracted by the fact this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen today, at least. It's not, okay, it's not the most craziest, wildest, insane game, but it's up there. It's in the same league, at least. Cure coming back from 0 SCVs with a mule stimulus package. Astrea is long-distance mining with 35 probes and is natural. This means Cure, of course, does have an income lead. Welcome back to some real heroes. So the army is mostly sentries. One Widow mine may get picked off, not quite. Oh no, there's another mine. Oh no. Sacrifice it. Oh, well. Okay, force field, which almost tickles down that Marauder in time. Guardian shield. We might actually see some hallucination use because there's not really any scans here. He's going to the main where the production is. So here comes... Okay. Well, now he's gonna force field cure. He's going for the full achievements. He's gonna force field cure out of both of the bases in the same match. So, meanwhile, though, the Bio army, is there a recall ready? Yes. Asterisk, because is it worth it? He's gonna warp in some zealots. Oh, there's a Widow mine burrowing. That's not oh, he didn't pay attention. Oh no. Kills the medevac. This is, oh, like they're hitting each other with like pillows with blinks out. Pillows filled with rocks, except the rocks are like styrofoam. Except the pillows have like zippers on them. Like they're one of those shitty pillows that your parents who don't love you give you. So like when you try to sleep and you turn the wrong way, you hit the zipper and it like scrapes your face. Those pillows. Now this is happening. Kira's back to 0 SCVs, which is right around his comfort zone, as Astrea long-distance mines, which is apparently his comfort zone. So here we are. Oh my god, he's just right-clicked on the Nexus. What am I... Are you fucking kidding me right now? Well, there's no way that lives. What a save! Where are the probes going? Does Astrea know? Where are you going? He's trying to keep these units away. The probe, what? Is he, oh, he's going to fight mules with probes! Because the mules can't fight back! Oh! Battle probes! Well, still not very great against Marines, but... Well, this is one way to reduce Cure's income, is using his probes. So now both players have pulled all their workers off the line. This Nexus is still alive! The Nexus lived! Wait, who's winning? Astrea still has a pretty, like, he has +2 armor, which is a big deal. The probes don't get weapon upgrades, unfortunately. He's trying to deny mule mining. Blink Stalkers are very important to keep alive. The Nexus is still alive and regenerating shields. Stims are permanent damage here. There's no way he's getting a medevac. Astrea has enough to warp in one zealot. You know, and that could be all the difference. The Observer's a big deal, too. Oh my god, 280 shields. Chrono boost it to regenerate shields! Thanks, Day9. He's warping in his main. Because Chrono Boost regenerates shields slightly faster as well. Fun fact. What? No! He stims the Marines! The Nexus! No! Will we ever get another one? Well, that depends if any probes survive this. Well, those Marines are not doing great. Yeah, those are +2 armor zealots. At some point, it had to end. Where are the Widow Mines? We can't mine gas with mules, Cure. I think Astrea has won. Though, I don't think anyone did in this game. I don't think there's actually a winner here. Just a larger loser, and that loser is Cure. Well, I mean, there's a draw on the table, kind of. There's still he can long distance mine with his 13 probes, so yeah, the observer has high ground vision here, so it's not ideal. The mules have bought him enough Marine. We should probably go to the unit count, eh? Cure's army is 10 Marines. That's it. That's the entire army. What? No, not his army. That's every unit he has is 10 Marines. No, I think 622 Zealots are too much, especially with damaged Marines. That should be too much. This should end now. Oh my god. He got a Stalker. And he's trying to mine. Every return is maybe enough. He's at 1 supply. If your taps out at 1 supply. I don't know. That was an absolute disaster piece. One of the best worst games I've ever seen. I'm instead of being in the same league, that is competitive for one of the best worst pro games I've ever seen in StarCraft 2. Cure holds a special place. He has several of those. But oh my. Wow. That was certainly very much something. Both players trying to outmaneuver each other so hard they tripped over their own shoelaces. Between Astrea with his reinforcement cut off, but the reinforcements were SCVs, and Cure just losing every SCV into having the army he needed. Wow. Well. All right, now let's move on. Rarely do you see a game that legitimately ends with 1 supply. But Cure, for one of the very few times I will not accuse someone of overstaying their welcome, taps out with 1 supply, and it wasn't too late. Yeah, honestly, after their game, I debate showing the rest of the series. I don't know if the rest of the series is anything like that. I mean, we gotta find out, and we gotta pad that YouTube time, right? Like and subscribe, but yeah, it's likely you can just turn it off now. That's probably about as good as it's gonna get. Like, I don't... But maybe we'll have some semblance of sanity here to bore us towards the end. I don't know. Astrea, like, Cure may have somewhat unintentionally found the counter to the Zealotling style. Pulling the boys has always been kind of a soft counter to anything without splash damage. But... huh. I can't believe... He pulled like all of them. That was like 40 SCVs. It was a full commit. There was a point where the SCVs were on the other side of the map while the bio was still fighting, which just endlessly amuses me. Cure somehow embodies both the best and worst parts of Terran. Like, the parts that everyone loves and complains about. Probably in equal measure. Mules, like Marine medevac, SCV pulls, Widow Mines, like... He manages to make them all look great and terrible. Thus, the People's Terran. The People's Zerg goes to DRG right now. It's kind of a rotating title. It's inspired by Kier, though. It's like the Nestea Award for GSL, like winning 5 or is it 10 GSLs in a row or something? I don't remember which one it is. Anyways, they named after Nestea. The People's Award is inspired by Kier, though. Just a Terran player who makes it look like anybody could be a pro. It is really what's going on under the hood, though. Kier truly is very solid with his mechanics, but his micro and decision-making are just not quite as perfect. And that creates these sort of games, where Astrea, who's also incredibly good, just not quite there. Somewhat thrown off, I think, by Kier's commitment as well. The People's Zerg is Dong Regu at the moment. Dong Regu, who, since he returned from the military, he still has yet to build, like, a hive tech unit. I mean, every once in a while, he'll build, like, a Viper and lose it. But otherwise, it's Lingbane and usually Mutas until he just dies. I'm depending on the rest of this series, I may be willing to crown Astrea the People's Protoss. We will see. That last game was hard to top, though. Astrea's had some incredibly solid series. Competitive with Beyond. In fact, he beat Beyond in Home Story Cup last year, which was his kind of a breakout performance, even past qualifying for GSL. We know he can play at that level. I mean, that kind of brings him even with Kier, right? Like, who can potentially beat anyone, just not as consistently. Hellion just chilling. It's going to be Blink versus the 1-1-1. Adding on a couple wrecks. Astrea's going to go for the Forges. Double Forge after Blink. Very similar. He's really leaning into those quicker upgrades. What am I watching? Did you know a Sentry beats a... Wait, does it? The Stalker kind of got in the way there. Yeah, well, apparently... I'm pretty sure the Sentry would have beat the Hellion, but I'm not 100%. The Widowmine drop, it went past the Spotter Pylon, but... Well... Did Astrea not see it? Uh-oh. Just holding on to it. Once those Stalkers show themselves on the other side of the map, I think Kier will go. I'm sure he's just waiting for that opportunity. It's better to just keep it and hold until you are pretty sure you can do damage, rather than trying to get that damage early and losing the medevac and the mines. Okay. Like, look how perfectly lined up we... I don't think the Stalkers were spotted here. Astrea tag teaming a fourth, maybe? Wait. Putting some more pylons out there. Kier's still holding on to the drop. Oh, he's watching it. He's like, alright, I've had enough of this. He spots no gases. Ah, it's charged lots, he says. So just be very careful about moving out with too much. Then again, careful. Oh no. Last time he spotted charge lots. The Stalkers are spotted. Now's the time. Now, we can see the minimap cameras, so... Now's the time! If there was ever a time, you know where the Stalkers are! A huge amount of charge lots warping in. Combat shield stim, +1. Is he just, like... It's a scouting medevac now. At some point, Astrea's gonna have so many probes that the Widow Mines don't matter very much. So, okay. He just brings it back for the army. Well. Yeah, a huge amount of charge loss looking for the cutoff here. Ah, here comes Kier. Wait. Yep. There we are. Yeah. It's 9 probes. Yeah. It gets up and gets out. There you go. And that'll whittle down Astrea's probe count a bit. But here come the charge lots on top of every... Oh, no. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's quite a minefield there. Kier knows what he wants. He knows he going too far runs the risk of getting sliced to pieces by those charge lots. Quite a bio army. Not taking the risk this time around. Oh. Understanding the danger the charge lots put. Oh no. Well, that's 19 and counting. Looks like holding on to it was probably a good... Oh no, here we go again. Astrea eating 2 mines to the face. And 2 more. Cure with very little at home. No armory, so the mines will be cleaned up. Not again. I don't know who's that helping. I guess the SCVs are stuck. He saves 8 of them. Gonna take a while. Meanwhile, the double forge, Cure gets up the ramp. Looks like he's gonna or not. Those weapon upgrades are kind of a big deal. He gets +2 to Astrea. 10 seconds off will be denied. Why does this keep the people's StarCraft? Meanwhile, the SCVs are blocking out the bio army. Cure is holding the line back at home. He didn't pull the boys this time, so he could fight with them back at home. And it does seem to have made the difference. The charge lot's cutting off reinforcements. Cure's just strung out all over the place, but Astrea got cleaned up on Cure's side of the map, and he wasn't able to defend his base. And this time around, Cure has found the antidote. Good luck with this. Oh, God. No, there couldn't be more. Oh God. Just, okay. All right. At this... he just goes back down the road. Okay. Nope. Well, Cure's just gonna lose a few units because it adds more fair that way. Raven has max energy. He also has a bunch of... Oh my God, he might just lose the Raven? Nope. GG. And then it just kind of ends. Well, 1-1. Here we are. All tied up. I'm excited. You know what? I'm glad we didn't just end with that game because game 3. Now game 3 has great potential to be incredibly underwhelming. Let's go. Who's it gonna be? Cure with his decisive Widowmine drops and questionable biomicro, or Astrea with his unflinching commitment to going directly into those Widowmines. I bring you Game 3, match point of Astrea versus Cure. Like, subscribe, and make sure to comment. Are these guys really pros despite both of them earning more than $100,000 on StarCraft 2? It just shows you the exponential scale. There are less than a dozen people. There's actually, right now, less than 10 people between Cure and Cyril. But then again, there's your average NBA player in LeBron James. Well, Kira's a lot closer to Cyril than you are to Kira. Let's put it that way. I need to process. This is some great. These are the best kind of games. This, honestly, it's my favorite level of StarCraft, which is they both are insanely good, but that little bit below perfection is what makes the entertainment. They're just brawling it out, absolutely laying into each other without the intent. The key is that wasn't the intent. Neither player was planning on a base trade. I am quite convinced of that. It just kind of happened again. It's just the style they're playing kind of just doesn't jive. And I will always look for the opportunity to use the word jive in a sentence. Though not too much, because then it starts getting weird. It doesn't jive with my commentary. But see, I gotta... He's just gonna put a bunker back there. Astrea doesn't see it, because the Nexus doesn't have eyes. Which means... Well, and the Astrea's gonna come down, and guess what?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, and you just can't get into it and play with them.
Now that's some malarkey, you son of a Terran. Oh my. Here we are. This is happening. Kira, dodge into the bunker! Oh. No. Astrea may lose his adept to the Reaper. Oh my god, what a mess this is. They're so evenly matched. There's no... My. Just tit for tat here. Oh, what a block! Kira wasn't shit. No, knocks him off the map. Get him out of there. Oh my, that's enough of that, sir. We've had enough. Where is it, Jimmy?
Get the fuck out of here!
Bleep that. We'll do it, edit and post. Blink out of the way. Oh, this is just the casual mine here. Just, I hope you walk over it, and maybe I'll get Kira! No, I'm strategizing. Remember what happened in the first game when you tried this? And you tried to get creative with your mines? When he walked up the ramp and they all died? Like, that's what happened. It did not go well. Well, Blink's almost done. 2 mines in the medevac. Probe's on the run. Oh, Blink's out. Perfect. Perfect. Well, besides this part. He's just gonna try to... Nope. Instant... What just happened? I'm sorry. That was... What? I don't know. Something... My eyes... what happened with the stalker? Wait. How did the stalker... Did he just not blink? What? Did he... What? Did he blink? What? He blinked the wrong stalker. I'm so like I can't. My eyes are broken. Oh, he just didn't blink out. The other stalker blinked to the. Okay, it was the first stalker. Anyways, well, that's a cool. You just selected the wrong stalker. All right. Okay. That's what I thought happened. Anyways, I'm glad we solved that. No, oh my god. Yeah. Oh, stop it! No! Here's Widowmines are just... They are nefarious creatures. Literally. Oh, you can't keep Prairie Dog in the Widowmine like that. It's too much. Jeez. It's a mess out of here. That's peak. You may not like it, but that's what peak Widowmine micro looks like. Yeah. Anyways, professional StarCraft. Here we are, game 3. Command center. A couple more racks. Stim combat shield +1. What? There's a probe here. Scouting. These stalkers are patrolling for the Raven, I think. Kira's gonna counter that by just not sending the Raven out. I always wonder why the Raven gets sent out way too much. Like, in the off chance they even have a RoboBay unit, like, too many people lose the Raven. It should be like an Oracle. You gotta keep it alive. It's a very valuable part. It costs the same as an Oracle. It's about the same build time now. It's essentially the same role as the Oracle at this point, except it's even better because it can actually fight the army and make your army better against it. Whereas the Oracle can just look at it and be like, yep, that's an army right there. What am I about? Oh my god. If that man had anti-air, he'd be very upset. They decided, we're fighting in Death Valley. Meet me in the cross stairs. By the rocks? By the rocks. Here we are. Bring your best siege. I've never seen this kind of standoff here. Meanwhile, Widowmine drop. Okay, one stalker not gonna cut it. Oh no, he's putting every probe to this base. Don't do it. Why did that Widowmine have no HP? What a twist. Well, alright. Here we are, Astrea back to mining. Disruptor on the way. Is the Raven still alive? Yes. Ah, Kier picks up. No, yes. There's no vision of this. Astrea just happens to be wandering in this direction. You did not spot the medevacs, though. So... a hallucinated Archon to soak tank damage, maybe. I mean, there is a Raven, but the Raven doesn't have infinite range. A scan. What is this scan, Kier? He's on the other side of the map. Kier scans the outside the natural. His medevacs are nowhere close. Oh my god. Meanwhile, War Prism medevacs towards the day. Here we go again. Oh. Oh, the Vikings. Kier still has... they still have most of their armies here. But now Kier drops. There's no energy for a recall in the main. Scrambles both Colossi. Refuses to elaborate further. Recalls said Colossi. That may be a little premature on that. There's still a Zealot in the main hanging out. Wistfully waiting for the War Prism to come back for him. But the War Prism is super dead. Meanwhile, so are those... oh, well... And also that gateway, because fuck that gateway. As the Marine, what? Am I watching? They're doing, like, no damage, though. Do Colossi really do that little damage to buildings? That's the real takeaway. Wow! He was a tech move with his whole army, and he barely took the shields off. Which really, I think, is the best demonstration of how weak those units are against buildings. And now Astrea's like, maybe upgrades are a good idea. Wow, I couldn't even kill my own gateway. It wasn't a wall, he just misclicked. I'm just gonna pretend, we don't talk about that. Meanwhile, here we go again. Wait, here, you come back. You come back, we're not base trading again. Nope. He blinks into multiple Widow Mines and a siege tank. That Raven's back for now. Here we go with the force fields again. Yes, those force fields strongly discourage Cure. Now he won't even try to attack you. Good thing we used all our energy. Meanwhile, Disruptor. Well, this is not good. Or is it? I'm not. Okay. Well. This fight just they keep falling all over each other here. It does look like Astrea managed to turn it around with a charge lot warp in. All the sentries are dead, which is probably a good thing. So is the Raven, as we boiled it down here. No upgrades for Astrea at all. He's noticing that now, but the Vikings. It's just unupgraded charge lots. He somehow managed to miss all but one Marine with a Disruptor shot, which is just impressive in and of itself. Nice juggle back there into the Prism, but the Stalker count is dwindling precipitously. Cure has almost no anti-airs. All his Marines died. Well, don't you dare drop that thing out. Okay, well, the Disruptor's gonna die. Don't do it. Oh my god. Cure picks up and heads to the main, where the upgrades and the Robo and the Deep Out.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
If only he had taken down that gateway, though. There goes that. The Disruptors just die, or will they get picked up? How about that Widow Mine, though? Oh my god, there's 4 Widow Mines. The most dangerous breadcrumbs. Meanwhile, the War Prism just watching as all the what is that? The mini-map is a mess. Eventually, he resets the trajectory of his units. Yeah, this is nope, it's over. There it is. And it ends. And that's how and then it just kind of ends. Well, that was certainly one of the most series that the people's StarCraft. Both players showing us the best of the rest of us. Oh my. 1-1 completes in the victory screen. Thank you. Replay UI. Check out this video. Jimmy picked it out for you. Not gonna top this, but I hope I made your day a little bit better. Thank you for watching. Good luck, have fun. See you next time. Stay tuned.